It's Madden NFL 23, and we've got CeeDee Lamb as he's topped the 1,300-yard mark receiving on the year. It's the Cowboys and the Eagles, and it's all up next.
We are sandwiched between Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Today, rivals square off in the NFC East, and we've got a great matchup between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Dallas Cowboys. Brandon Gaud alongside Charles Davis. CD, you look at the Cowboys in this matchup. It's a relatively balanced offense. The next-gen stats kind of bear that out. What do you think they'll be looking to do in this one?
I think it'll be exactly what you just talked about. They'll want to be balanced on offense, which means to them, they'll want everyone involved. See if they can get some one-on-ones in the passing game. Maybe identify some situation where they can swing the ball to the backs in space. Even find some spots where they just want to play some old-fashioned power football. As one of the most successful coaches in the league told us once, the definition of balanced offense, that means you can do what you want when you want to, not necessarily just running it 50% of the time and throwing it the same percentage.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. Pulls it in at the 13. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Cowboys taking the field on offense, and for a seventh season, it's Dak Prescott who brings him out.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets, and bottom line, how do they get a win?
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Prescott off play action. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Cowboys! Michael Gallup, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys need just 2 plays on their opening drive to take the early lead. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now, for the first time, we get to see this Philadelphia offense led out by their dual-threat quarterback now in his 3rd season, Jalen Hurts.
And he's had a great season so far throwing the football. Very likely could go over 4,000 yards with a good performance here. And even in an age of passing first, that is no small accomplishment.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Hurts. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the pistol, here's Elliott. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. Christmas Eve here in 2022. A big slate today of Saturday games. But we will have, ready for this, a triple header of action on Christmas Day tomorrow. I think it's pretty safe to say we won't have a white Christmas in any of these places, however. We start with the Packers and Dolphins in Miami at 1 Eastern. Then you got the Broncos and Rams from Los Angeles. And then finally, the Bucs and Cardinals at 8:20 Eastern in the desert. Plus one more for good measure on Monday. Once the family's all gone back home and Graham has punted out of the house, grab the leftovers and sit back and watch the Chargers and the Colts from Indianapolis. So after the made field goal, 10-0 here early as the kick's away. And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Hurts over the middle to Smith. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. An option handoff given to Sanders. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here, 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. 2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get on track in this one. On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. He'll hand it off to Elliott to begin the drive. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The tackle by Nakobe Dean. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. Elliott going to get it again on 2nd down. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. And now they're in the hurry-up. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. A 3-yard gain and enough for the 1st down. Throwing, Prescott. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Draw play, Elliott. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. Touchdown, Cowboys! C.D. Lamb, 59 yards. And the Cowboys will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half.
After review of the play, the rule in the field is...
So that challenge is successful. action now. Prescott. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Throwing again. Prescott on 2nd and 10. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. This to the sideline and incomplete. Nearly intercepted, in fact, but he couldn't hang on. 4th down. The kick by Marr is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
Taken at the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Eagles offense going to take over late in this first half. They're certainly in need of some kind of points here before the end of the half. A field goal or something. Being shut out right now, they could really use some momentum before they head into halftime. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Throwing again on 2nd down. Hurts. And his throw is incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Hurts to throw. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he is going to have an Eagles first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. Throwing is Hurts. And that one going to come up short. Low throw. These two teams had met earlier in the season in Philly with the Eagles winning that ball game. So they are gunning for the sweep here in Dallas. This is Smith with the ground. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
And that's not the second time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Play fake. Here's Prescott. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Final play of the half, Prescott. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Boston Scott on the return from his end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. The Eagles ready to go on offense to begin this 3rd quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter three.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
And that is incomplete. So coming up empty here to start the third quarter. Already 2 scores down. Got to be careful.
Yeah, I did notice, though, that the captain of the defense patted the quarterback on the helmet on his way out, pretty much letting him know, we know the pressure's on us. We're going to go out there and try and hold serve for you while you figure it out over here on the sidelines.
35 yards that time on the punt. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Off the play fake, Prescott. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. He's got his man, Schultz, coming across the formation. Touchdown, Cowboys! Dalton Schultz, a 24-yard touchdown, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it was the tight end Dalton Schultz on the touchdown reception to cap the drive. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Scott on the return out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's end...
Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. It's picked up by the Cowboys. Racing to the end zone. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return? Everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home.
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This fielded right at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. Well, I'm not totally privy to what went on with their offensive meetings, but Charles, something tells me that one wasn't in the plan.
Yeah, when we had our production meeting, they didn't exactly share that with us. but I'm pretty sure that on the play sheet, the run backwards into your own end zone play was not written down.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
Well, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. Now it's a bootleg with Prescott sliding out of the pocket. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. On play action, Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Inside give to Elliott. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Now a timeout called for by the offense. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And now it's 2nd down, but here's the field goal team out onto the field. This is a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. Marr able to put this one through, and that will finish off this 3rd quarter of play. We're off to the 4th quarter here on Christmas Eve. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Arlington, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles just about set to go to work on offense. Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the 4th quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film section tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mention in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while. But everyone that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
And he's going to lose yardage here, back to his own 18. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Hurts sets up to throw it. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Brett Kern now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Up the middle. Here's Elliott. And he'll take this down to the 33. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. 10th carry now for Elliott. And he is going to lose yardage here. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Now Prescott. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Throwing here, Prescott. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. A give to Elliott. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Here's Prescott. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And he does not get to the 1st down marker. as they stop him at the 19. Now Prescott on 4th down. Open man, Lamb. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. For the winning team here, Charles, that's about as big and clean of a win as you can hope for in the National Football League. No turnovers. Meanwhile, you forced turnovers. You didn't allow any points, and you put up a bunch of points. What an effort.
And, Brandon, I just have to ask you, that's all the stuff that we saw happen today. Those are statistics, numbers, the whole deal. But my question is, how does one team come ready to play, and the other one, obviously, not ready at all?
Well, I mean, I obviously don't have an answer to that, but that was the story from the get-go. One side was awake and ready, and the other just seemed to sleep. So for the Cowboys, a win will come too late to save a losing season, but they do move to 6-9 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they hit double digits in losses as they fall to 5-10. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the New Orleans Saints.